Shocking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It is sad Nigeria has maintained a bad reputation. Peter Obi laments as Nigeria ranks 150 among 180 countries on corruption index. Nigeria, they call Nigeria now 150. They look corrupt, and that's because of Tinubu's profile and all that that have happened. President being accused of forged certificates, to mention but a few. It has really, it has dwindled down our reputation, how we are being seen, how people view us, credibility, accountability, and it is sad. There's no other name for it. What is bad is bad. You may want to use a color to color it, but if it is bad, it is bad. Yes? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. It is very sad. Nigeria maintained a bad reputation. Peter Obi laments as Nigeria ranks 150 among 180 countries on corruption index. The 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has lamented the bad reputation on corruption and its impact on Nigerians and its citizens. Speaking on Sunday in a post via his account on X platform, Peter Obi lamented that corruption is now a threat to the existence of Nigeria and democracy. He says this is not something we can encourage or allow. Peace and progress is being hampered and affected with what is currently on ground. He observed that Nigeria ranked 150 among 180 on the 2022 Corruption Perception Index released on Transparency International, which calls for sober reflection. Where are we headed as a country? The Labour Party flag bearer lamented that it is wrong thing for Nigeria to have maintained such a bad reputation across the three arms of government for many years. It is not moving, it's going worse, it's getting bad. The former Anambra State governor therefore called for deployment by all means to fight corruption in Nigeria. Leaders, first of all, we must start with transparency from leaders. Do we even know these leaders? To ensure the right things are done at all levels of government and public service. In his words, as the global community marks International Anti-Corruption Day yesterday, we need to have a sober reflection on the effort of corruption in our society and our country. Corruption has become the greatest threat to our nation existence, especially our democracy, peace, and progress. It is immensely stunned our development as a nation. We must therefore deploy all avenue means to strengthen and fight against corruption by not only doing the right thing, but also at all levels of government. Our government must be known. Transparency, public space, every one of us must be able to vouch for them. They should be able to speak without eyes being blinked. Sadly, Nigeria has maintained very bad reputation across all levels of corruption in the three arms of government, from the executive to the judiciary to the legislators. We have ranked 150 among 180 countries in 2022 Corruption Perception Index. And this is because our leaders, even around the nations of the world, do not see us as role models, or we do not see them as role models or people who could bring about a change. So you see, my people, now waiting don't they happen with this. Nigerians, they confused on all sides. Say what exactly is going on? What exactly is happening? How come, things are this bad? And that is because some persons, have taken it upon themselves to do things that are not right. Some persons have taken it upon themselves. And today you can see exactly what is going on. Every one of us must know what is happening, and we must begin to ensure that we are doing the right things. Corruption in our government is the worst thing that can ever happen. Corruption has put us in a very, very devastating position, so much so that, we cannot even stand upright as a nation. And that is because those who are there that should be speaking for us are the very, very same people who we don't even know their certificate, if they went to school, you know, have been drug peddlers, to mention but a few. You think you are the only one who is looking at these things, but the nations of the world are looking at it. Look at, for instance, in our own country, naira is scarce. You go to ATM to take money, you cannot get it. In the country, naira is scarce. So everybody is looking and is wondering, how did we get here? Corruption all over the place. So people are really suffering, to mention but a few. This is not what we bargained. This is not the bargain at all. It feels very strongly that things have turned, and so Peter Obi was like, we can't continue like this. Once upon a time, every one of us needs to, we need to know what we are standing for. We need to know where we are standing at. And that's because, look at the election, the just concluded election. People know judiciary is part of it. The way they attend to it. Look at the case of Kanu. People will just be watching and say, these people, they are really corrupt. You give a judgment, the certificate, true copy of the very matter is saying something else. So everybody is just looking, everybody is wondering, saying, how did we get here? What can we do differently? What's going on? So these are some of the things that have really gone on, that have really happened. And at the end of the day, we see that Nigeria is going through a lot. And if there's any time in our history where we need to say, you know what, enough is enough, it is now more than ever before. Yes, so Peter Obi says, no, 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 no. Nigerians, no, 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 no. Once upon a time, we need to take a stand. Internationally, Nigeria is rated very low as a result of the crop of leaders we've had. People who have no iota of, in fact, they cannot even manage the affairs of their very own personal life. Yet they are the one calling the shot for a whole nation. How sad. How sad. How sad. How sad. These are things that are going on, and really, sincerely, truly speaking, judiciary is not exempted, Senate is not exempted. A lot of things have happened, and everybody's wondering, what next, and how can we really, sort out some of these issues and make Nigeria a better place. So it is what it is. If there's any time in our history where we all should, make sure that the right things are done, it is now more than ever before. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Bye for now.